Welcome all our past champions, tonight's potential champions. Boy, there is a ton of talent in the room tonight. But first, here's what we're gonna do. You guys ready to meet the judges? Yeah. Are you guys ready to meet? Don't make me come out there. There's an easy way of doing this, dog. How many of you guys you ready for the judges? Yeah. Good deal. Let's bring up Ron Coleman. Comp performance. Where's Mr. Coleman? Let's bring him down this way. Come on down. TCI, Racing Head Service, Comp Performance. A huge umbrella, someone who knows something about everything. If you want to put something together, here's a gentleman who puts so many things together, and of course, he will be what people are talking about in 2018 at Comp Performance. Ron Coleman, everybody from Comp. Our second judge, well, you know this lady from, if you ever wanted to know how to build a rocket, you could have seen her on Nat Geo. You might have seen her on Overhaul, and you might have seen her on trucks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fastest lady on four wheels, the queen of hammers, the lady, let's go! You know, when I think about our next judge, I think about you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Because I really relate to this one guy as someone who is just doing it, making it happen in a garage. Rattletrap garage. Let's bring out Stacey David. Come on. Gears on Map TV, Velocity, you see them everywhere, non-stop trucks on Spike, that's where it all started. Well, I'll tell you, there's nothing he can't put together. It's great to have you on the dais today. Our next person. Oh, wow. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure. Our next judge was another person from Los Angeles who literally started from the bottom, and now he is here. I know that sounds really random, but it is true. No, swear to God, this guy put it all together. And, you know, if you were here over the last 15, 20 years and running around at car shows, this guy was in the mix. And he took his passion, connected it to some very famous faces. And you know, of course, the Dub Show. Of course, you know, all the different things that come under that umbrella, Dub Magazine. Please welcome Myles Kovaks. You know, they talk about, everybody says, well, what do you think? You know, I want to do this. I want to be, you know, the biggest builder, the fastest racer, the best at everything. But, you know, sometimes we don't have the right mentors, the right people to show us how to get there. And the best answer for that is, what was someone like before Jessi was the fastest lady on four wheels? She was still Jessi Combs. Right before you're super famous, before you're really successful, before you get to live your dream, you're that same person. This guy started out, boy, I'll tell you, he knocked it out of the park with his dad as a kid. And literally, you talk about starting a racing career where you take all your tires in the back of your car, and you drive, you work till midnight, and then you get up and you drive and you drive and you make it there. Ladies and gentlemen, a champion, a true friend to everyone in motorsports. Please welcome Vaughn Gittin Jr., everybody. These are your judges. Now, of course, you see, it's a little bit of everything. And the great thing is, every single person there didn't get there just because they were fast, or they were clever, or they knew people, or they could fix cars, and they could race, or they know how to run a huge conglomerate, an enormous business. It's because they have the thought. They understand that relationships coupled with true quality, with true greatness, brings you all the rest. So they're your judges. They're going to be looking at these people and checking the presentation. Don't be nervous. All these guys here, oh my God, it's almost me. You think you're the only nervous person. They're all right down here. This is where it's all coming down to. You guys, each competitor today, you know, this has come down from people submitting from all over the country, all over the world. And then it came down to a select few. They had to make a video. Was the video hard? Yes? Like tough to do, your first video?
Yep.
Well, it's good to know because I went on YouTube and seen all the outtakes that you guys didn't know I could see. Very interesting stories attached to each one of these people. We have one more competitor before the judges who will go off and sequester themselves to take a look at the numbers. Of course, maybe you guys have learned some stuff. When you take a look, props are rough. Don't ever count on props. They will always let you down in a weird time. Our next competitor likes to go fast. He's done a lot of stuff. You see him around SEMA, Eddy Motorsports. Let's bring up Ben Horst. His background in mechanical engineering and chemistry and all types of cool stuff at Georgia Tech. But what really sets him apart is he's figured out a way to take Tesla power and put it into a vehicle with half the weight. And what you've taken with that and moved it into electrical vehicle conversions is what you're talking about today. Eddy Motorsports, Motorworks, I'm sorry. Motorworks.
Hey guys, my name is Ben Horst. I'm the president and co-founder of Eddy Motorworks, and we're a custom electric car company based in Atlanta. Next slide, please. So, next slide. It's no secret that the whole EV thing is coming. If you look at this graph, you can see like every year, the number of EVs on the road is growing faster than the previous year. So, the thing is though, next slide, all of these cars are kind of the same two things. You get a high-performance suede-covered spaceship or an unexciting pod. And if you want an electric car for anything else, you really don't have a choice right now. So my company started, next slide please, doing electric conversions where we take old cars like this 1980 MGB, we pull out the gasoline powertrain and we make it electric. Next slide please. But the thing is, people have actually been doing this for a little while, granted with like lead acid batteries and like DC motors out of an RC car, but still, it's been a thing, and we wanted to do something completely unique to prove what electric cars were capable of. So, next slide. We partnered with our good friends at Exomotive in Atlanta, Georgia, who build the popular Exoset component vehicle platform, which is a Miata-based kit car kind of thing. We pulled out the Miata and instead made it fit a Tesla Model S battery and motor powertrain system. Next slide. What that gives you is a no-compromise 100% electric track car called the Electrocet. Rear-mounted AC motor pushes the car 0 to 60 in about 2.9 seconds. Total range is over 250 miles on the road. And at the end of the day, you get all the power of a Tesla Model S in a car that weighs 2,500 pounds lighter. So it's like if you had a Tesla Model S and pulled a Miata out of the trunk. Next slide, please. So one of the things that really bothers me right now is that the electric thing is coming, but a lot of times people hear electric cars and they immediately think self-driving or autonomous. But everything about the Electrocet is designed to be actually driven. The steering's direct, the brake's direct and unassisted, the power delivery is instant and intuitive, the batteries are mounted in a way that makes the car handle incredibly well. We have yet to have someone get out of the car without an ear-to-ear grin on their face. The whole idea behind this thing is to build a car that's actually designed to be driven and enjoyable. Right now we have a fully operational prototype and we're starting to take pre-orders right now for a fully built turnkey vehicle. We have actually the car here today. It's out at the Maxxis tire booth in the Silver Lot, and I hope to get to show you guys the track car of the future outside. Thanks.
Awesome stuff. So the business is converting pre-existing cars with electric, or it's the actual car company?
Both. So our company does conversions as a service in Atlanta, but this car is being marketed as a turnkey full vehicle.
What does the conversion cost? And can you do like a truck?
You can do anything. They go from 20 to 50,000 and up if you want something very complicated.
Wow. Do I get a SEMA discount?
Sure. Yeah. Make that happen.
What is the weight difference between a conventional engine and your electric motor?
It depends. It depends on the car. So that MG got lighter because, you know, cast iron engine block that makes now it's 70 horsepower at the time we pulled it out, you know. So it depends on the car. If you're doing like a modern car with aluminum block and, you know, well-designed weight-saving components, it's probably gonna get heavier. And it also depends on the range you want. If you want it to go 300 miles, it's gonna be heavy. But the cool thing about it is the way the batteries work, right? You can put them wherever you want. With a conventional engine, transmission, differential powertrain, you're kind of stuck with a certain layout. Batteries, you can put them wherever you want and get the weight on the axle where you want it.
If you're in California, can you drive in the HOV lane with your engine?
Don't know. From Atlanta. Pick it up.
That's
Probably.
I can probably test it for you.
We're working on that in Atlanta at least. You can imagine getting that thing titled because it is road legal.
You probably want this guy to test it for you.
So what's like your guys' end business? Is it just selling this race car, or is there a deeper, grander vision of electric power assist, more conversions? Like what is, I guess I'm kind of confused what your business is.
Sure, yeah, so the conversion thing is what makes the money right now. But like I said, people do that. And so what we're trying to do is to demonstrate what electric cars can be and to start to push the market. So this is our idea and our first product of a turnkey, kind of crazy, unnecessary, irrational electric car. And the goal would be to keep doing that kind of thing, keep developing these custom specialty electric vehicles moving forward.
So does this require a Tesla donor, or you have a supply chain directly
It
to
does
Tesla?
require a Tesla donor, but that's on our end in the company.
Say that again?
It does require a Tesla donor, but we buy the Tesla donor, we handle the teardown and then the integration.
So you buy a complete Tesla, take it apart, and build that?
We buy a wrecked one, which they're an incredible supply of. Thank you, maybe some of you out here for crashing.
So I can use a Tesla supercharger with this car?
No, working on that, but not yet. But we do have fast charging options available for it. We're working on it now.
That are free?
No.
So if you build a track car out of this, how
Sure.
long, you said it, what, 250 miles?
So that's on the regular road. So I mean,
That's what I'm asking.
Your question's the big question.
If you
right?
take it out and race it, how long is the battery gonna last?
So we're Atlanta, so we did Road Atlanta, we did 3 20-minute sessions at full power before we actually have to charge. So, standard track day, maybe
How long does it
5
take to
20-minute
charge?
sessions. At the rate of charge that we have right now, about 8 hours from dead. But if you do about an hour or 2 between sessions, you can get back up to full power. We're working on the fast charger right now, and then we can bring that way down.
Could you easily change a battery?
No. The battery, actually to save weight, the battery is structurally integrated into the frame. So without the battery, the car wouldn't even be as stiff. So, no, not easily.
All right, how about safety?
There it is. Oh, one last one, real quick.
As you know, electric cars, the voltage in there is very dangerous.
Yep.
In a wreck, track car, how are you as far as safety on that?
Well,
What kind of regulations have you gone through? What kind of testing have you done?
not a lot of testing yet, but the system we followed all of the standard electric vehicle design principles of redundant components, redundant shutoffs, master switches, contactors, everything that the standard it basically has everything a Tesla has in terms of high voltage safety systems. But crash testing haven't done yet. Thank you.
All right. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, our final competitor. Horst, Eddy Motorworks. Congratulations, so much. As we wrap up the judges' information, we're going to send the judges off stage at this time. Have them take a look at all the numbers, tabulate the voting sheets. We'll have a winner.
Another interesting idea that it wasn't that many years ago no one would have ever thought about batteries and vehicles. So it's obviously a coming thing. I think you're on the leading edge of it. There are a few issues like, how long it's going to take to rejuvenate the batteries when you're out racing and how long will it last. But it's a very unique and innovative product.
Not sure if you knew this, but you're also the only one that got a huge round of applause from the entire audience when you do conversions on older cars. So that part of your market is definitely something you should be proud of.
I really like it. I think that it would be a lot of fun. The power delivery, everything you have going. I'm kind of concerned about your supply chain. I think that could end up turning into an issue. So I would, as you continue to develop this, I would suggest you find suppliers that are in the business of making the product that you need to make your product, not relying on people to crash Teslas.
Well, I'll tell you what, big round of applause for all our competitors here. Make sure you drop on your heel. Look at this, the coveted plaque. That comes with more connections than you can ever imagine. That is the hookup. Launchpad has set so many people's careers and business in motion, and next year we'll be talking about him and all the things that have happened in the last 12 months. We've got another award, I believe. Also, when we release the students, we're going to do it. There'll be people who will release you, so please stay in your seats. There'll be people who'll be coming down, who'll be sending people off to the next event. So hang with us for just 1 second. We're going to get some pictures. And make sure you drop by and see all these folks at their booths. Find them, track them down, say hi, ask them questions, follow up. They're at the beginning of some very big things, and you can be part of that. Here, put this in your pocket. It's good luck, man. He's ready for a calendar shoot.
Congratulations, you know how great it's going.
Ava, jump in. Thank you very much. Thank you. Woo!
Everyone get time.